Your job is to attract investment into Egypt. What is exactly the case you make for that? When you talk to companies, what do you say to them?
Indeed, part of my task here is to say Egypt is open for business. We're rebranding Egypt, improving the business environment, and making sure that more investment comes in from the U.S. and other partnering countries. We're working on the legal and regulatory front, putting forward investment laws, bankruptcy and insolvency law, amended companies law, mainly to remove all the bureaucracy and cut red tape, which the private sector has had concerns about over the past years.
As you say, there has been concern about the rule of law and how it works in Egypt for an investor coming in. What is the timetable on having those reforms in place?
We're moving very fast because we know this is time sensitive. So currently the parliament is discussing the investment law. It's already finalized at the economic committee. It's going to the General Assembly very soon. The others are in the pipeline because we're looking at the legal framework in a coherent manner. So it's not just the investment law, but it's also other laws, for example, that affect financial inclusion. So we've just recently, 3 days ago, we've got the approval of the cabinet for amending the capital markets law, because that would also address many concerns regarding minority shareholders' rights, for example, allowing for new financial products to allow for more diversification and more financial inclusion, because that's one challenge that the private sector has faced over the past decade.
Now, Egypt has been given a $12 billion guarantee on a loan from the IMF. 2 tranches of the 3 have been released already. Do you have an estimated time on when the 3rd tranche will be released?
Yeah, we've been working very closely with the World Bank on a budget support program that supports a major economic reforms, unprecedented reforms that has not happened in decades, reforms that have been labeled by the executive board at the bank as the most ambitious in MENA region. And we've already released the first 2 tranches based on a program that is homegrown, a program that has been prepared not just by the government, but has been done in extensive consultation with people, stakeholders, civil society, private sector, and also discussed extensively at the parliament. The 3rd tranche is on its way. We've just yesterday, I had a meeting with the managing director and the vice president, and we're almost there in finalizing the package. It focuses mainly on improving the business climate. It focuses on governance, accountability, and transparency, because that's one area that political leadership is very much dedicated to accomplish.
So if you were going to predict, is it a matter of weeks, of months for the 3rd tranche?
Probably it will take another 4 months to finalize, because we've just released the 2nd tranche 2 months back. So it just of the operational process at the bank, that takes a bit of time lapse between the tranches.
So finally, take us through which sectors you believe are the most attractive for foreign investment into Egypt. What are the sectors where people are saying, yes, I really am interested in investing in that?
We are focusing on sectors that will create jobs in the coming period, because that jobs is a priority. The whole program focuses on sustainability, job creation. It is to achieve sustainable and inclusive growth. We are focusing on energy sector, because that's a sector where massive reforms have taken place. Renewable energy, we're finalizing a program of feed-in tariff with the IFC and EBRD, which are also very important. So energy would come first. Second, industries. Industries are creating jobs. We're focusing on industries that will be in lagging regions, such as Upper Egypt, which have been adversely affected by lack of tourism over the past few years. We're focusing on transportation, because there are many large cities new cities that are currently being developed, and the connectivity here matters to achieve development.
You mentioned tourism. It went down substantially, 2011 or so. Has it come back? How far has it come back?
Yeah, it has been picking up lately, which is very significant. That's reflected on all the figures that the Minister of Tourism has been disseminating. So it is picking up.